Hello everyone and welcome back to another guide. In this video I'm gonna explain to you how to do some basic stuff. The things that I'm gonna do is teach you a bit about frames, make you tell you how to make signs and edit them, and how to color parts and add music to your tower. So if you want to, let's start with frames first. You can press here on edit mode and go into no clip by pressing 1 or whatever key you selected for no clip, and then you just choose this thing. I recommend that before you make good frames you color them, but you can also just make it like you want. If you want to make like extensions, like the tower gets like bigger and inside the frame, you can, like, for example, make it like this. Always make, if you like wanted to have 40 parts out, make it one more, because then you have like exactly 40 extra spaces. Then you can just go into multi-select and do this thing here to make like your tower look a bit more wacky. You can of course add more small details like small poles, and if you have like a more detailed frame, like 12% or something like that, make a can collide fault by here. If it's red, you can collide. Now we are gonna take on coloring. It's actually pretty simple. Here we have this part from the first video. Here you can like make this like this, and then you just decide like what kind of color. For example, like green, then just do this. And this is the light, and the lower it goes, the less saturated it is. Here it's really saturated, and then you can just make this part any other color. That's pretty simple, and it's gonna stay like that. But if you want to like make a part the same color as another in your slot, you can copy the color ID here, but I recommend that you press this blue thing and then go into the part which color you want to copy, and boom, now you have the color like that. If you want to make like a frame colored, I mean, gradients are pretty nice, and for that you need to decide what color you want to start. In this example now I'm going to start with green, and then I'm gonna go slowly into white. So I recommend that you use a lot of multi-select to save yourself some time and effort. You just do this, and then you can make different styles. Most of the time you could, I recommend that you copy it and then you just change it up. If you want to like go slowly into like dark blue, for example, you can like make this slightly, make it like that, or you can just like do it like here, get it a bit darker, or you can just do this and make it less saturated. Sometimes your gradient doesn't have really too many changes. If this exists, I really would recommend that you either make like a sign that tells you on what floor you are, make a different song for this floor, or just change it up a bit. That's like the things that I recommend. Then we just make it, copy the color again below you, and just make it like that. And yeah, you can just continue this until you have the ending color that you want. Next up we're gonna have music. Music is pretty simple actually, you just need to know how it works. So you're gonna go into part gallery in edit mode. You're gonna scroll down all the way until you reach zones, and here's music part. Then you just select this and then you scale it how big you want. And note, if you have an outside section on your tower, make the music box touch it unless you want to have a different music box. So now we're gonna do a bit more something else. I recommend that you make one song per floor, but you can make more. You can like make one floor. Is one music box just 2 floors? Then you go into your plugins go into browser and search for the song that you want to use. For example, now I'm gonna use the Sonic song. Here we're gonna use Studio Opens. You can, by the way, here's the ID. You do it like this and press Control plus C, and then you have copied it. Here you can give the song a listen, and then you just press onto the music part. Here it's selected. Then go into attachments, select music folder, select sound, and then just remove this and press Control plus V, and you hear the after song. I recommend, if you want, here you can see the song that's playing. You can also use the music from the creator store from Roblox, but it's not creator, it's very good, to be honest. Since every song on the creator is like copyright. And here you have some copyright. And now you have some music, but you can make it like, then you have this music box, and go into transparency and make it 1 or higher. Anything higher than 0. Just anything like that's like a phone number, like 1. Anything below 1 crystals, you should make 1. Like the priority. If this like, you can make this like a melody song. Like for example, I can now copy this, and then I can make this bigger, this copied one, and then I can just make the like smaller music box, I can make the priority higher, and then I just put another song into it. For example, and then do this, put the sound in here. And now we have like the song, but if you go outside, here's Act 1. And if you go back inside, you can make it like Act 2. So that's how that works with the priority. If we are now here, here you can press the comparison, go back to the music box. But yeah, you can make it new if the audio ends. It will play again. I recommend you do that. And you can control the volume to make it a bit more quieter. But you most of the time just find it at 1.5 to 1 to 2. But it depends on how loud it is. Roll off this is like kind of weird. I like the transition thing. And here you can control the music. For example, that we have 2 times the playback speed. You can make it 1, but sometimes the audio is sped up, so you can use this yes. For example, now I make it 2 times. If it's 0.1 or 0.5 speed, but if it's like 2 times, I make it 0.5. But if it's fine, I usually do this. Playback music, I'm not really sure about this one. Yeah, pretty weird. And oh wait, Nick, wait, I don't know. So if you want your audio to start somewhere else, you could just select or like end somewhere. You could like make the last digit is the ending, and the first one is like the beginning. So the first number you could just decide at what second mark you want to start. For example, now I'm gonna do 20. And sometimes you need to go again because it didn't restart. Yeah, and then it should start right there. And then you can like make this one like to the ending, and it just ends at 3. Yeah, and remember to make it like this already. Yeah, but you can just make it. Yeah, and that's basically it with the rest. Like nothing more is gonna happen to this. I'm gonna remove this one though, too, because I wanna use 1 for the first one. But yeah, you can do this like that. Also, I recommend that you like do this for the portal, but I'm gonna now tell you how to make signs. So let's take this part again. You can like decide on what color you want the sign to be, and then you go into attachments, go into text, then there should somewhere be this thing text. If it's like there, you can rotate it and you scale it a bit. Then you can here anchor point is a bit weird, but the background color you can decide on what color in the background is gonna be, but that doesn't really have a big impact. I always just keep it white, because you know what happens. The background transparency is also pretty important, because if it's not transparent you can't really read it. The border size, pixel size, I think depends on like how big pixels are, but I'm not sure. And the border color we can like make it like this, I think, but nothing really changes. Yeah, and also you can just select text label after that. Visible, yeah, you can make it invisible, whatever. And here you can like decide the rotation for example, yeah, now 360. Yeah, 360 will just change this a bit. Yeah, it will not change, but you know what I mean. Here you can make it invisible, stuff like that, as I said. Z index, yeah, here really does nothing too. And now this is the font. You can decide your font that you want it to have. Here the line height, which is like depends, like changes the height of the line. Pretty crazy. And now here text, which is the most important part. You can change the text. So for example, hi and thanks for watching. I recommend that you're pretty careful with your grammar and stuff like that, because these are a bit weirder to fix on mobile especially. So I recommend that you would look out and watch out how your grammar is. Next up we have the text color. For example, you can now make it black. Sometimes it's good to stay white, but I like it really cool. Here you can make that text scaled a bit more. Yeah, here's the text size. You can make it smaller or something like that. But I most of the time just keep it 14. But if it's a lot of text, it's gonna be a bit smaller. Right. Here's the text stroke color, as you can see. And the stroke transparency. Yeah, if I make it now 0. It's like a bit thicker and stuff like that. Text transparency again just makes text transparent, and text wrap is like the text also. Yeah, that's basically it with the thing with the text. And if you want to just edit your tower name, for tower name, I'm gonna make that in the next episode. So yeah, I hope you're ready for our next video. And yeah, part 3 is gonna come out soon. And in that video I'm gonna explain you how to make portals, and I'm probably also gonna explain just the sign things and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching and see you next time.